Okay. Alles ver, het hulle die screen verander. Hello. Feels like they've changed the screen a little bit. Feel like we have a little bit more give. There we go. Okay, hello everyone, how are you? Okay, you can lie yourself down on your backs. I've got my cloudy pants on, the yoga pants on, because it's cloudy outside. What? Did everyone enjoy the rain? The thunder, it was amazing. The lightning, it was beautiful. It was very late last night, so I had to wake up for it. Lillian's very quiet today.
Just remember, I'm going to finish at 8.
He's going to finish at 8. Okay, take your legs from side to side and just stretch it out. I'm a little bit, what is bruise?
Oh,
I don't have an English word for what I have. So let's just leave it at that, shall we? Fragile. I'm a little bit fragile after yesterday's classes. I can feel my legs, my back, everything. And I'm just doing this. Okay, so we've got a fast flow to build up a little bit of a sweat today, and it's Friday. It's always nice to have an energetic end to the week. And hugging your knees, nice and tight. Shrug it in. You can circle your hands in your legs. And just enjoy. I was speaking to my mom, so I was a little bit late putting the thumbnail on and getting the live feed going about the results of the exams. Controversy. And take one leg down, hug in, it doesn't matter which one, hug in whichever leg and straighten that one out to the seating and just get a stretch and so you can move it in the joint and just loosen it up a little bit. Ooh. And the other way. And hug that knee in, switch legs, straighten it out, and just loosen it in the joint. You'll feel the stretch coming on. As long as you don't jerk on the leg, you'll feel the stretch coming on. We'll see if I can stand on my feet today because we did a lot of ankles yesterday in the classes. This might be interesting, an interesting fast flow where I fall all the time. And hug in the knees. Both knees in, roll up the seated. Let's get going because Louis got to get to work. So fast flow, we'll do it slowly first. No, we'll just do it at the pace it's going. And we'll see how many times we can go through it. It's a tough one. No, it's not that tough. It's a power one and a flow. So yeah, that's it. Are you ready?
I don't know. Let's see.
Stuck in everything that needs to tuck in. Onto your hands and knees. Push into a cat stretch. And reverse into a cow. And into a cat. Ooh, and cow. And then when you go into your last cat, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog, and just take that time to stretch out your calves, keep your navel to spine. You can stretch your calves by bending the knees in and pushing the heels back. That's quite a good stretch. Or you can do straight, or you can do both. It's nice to do both, different calf muscles. A little bit of dorsiflexion. Out of the cat sweat. And back. Hold that stretch, and we're going to lift up the left leg in a straight line, hips looking down. So we're going to open up that hip like we usually do. We're going to bend the foot in, open up the hip, keep the chest down, and if you squeeze that foot towards your bum, you're squeezing the glute of that leg. We're going to hold that stretch. And then we're going to bring the leg back, and then we're going to cross it over to the opposite elbow, squeeze it in, put the back, sorry, let me just move a little bit, put the back foot down and lift up into that side plank. Squeeze that knee in. Straighten out the leg if you can. And bring the knee in. Hands down, back to three-legged downward dog. Then tuck that knee into your chest. Bring that foot to the front of the mat. Keep the back leg lifted. Lift up into high lunge. And let that front knee bob in. Bend that front knee in. Tuck the tailbone in. And hold. Drag your shoulders back. Hands into your hips. We're going to drop that back knee in and put it on the floor. Tuck your tailbone in as you drop. Hold it there and straighten it back out. Only two of them. Drop it back in again. Tuck the tailbone in and straighten it out. Sweep the arms up. Whoopsie. And all the way down to the floor. Step it into the front of the mat. Bend legs. You're going to heel toe your feet to the side of the mat and roll it up all the way to the top. We're going to go into cobbler's, what is it called? Golden pose. So let the feet turn out a little bit. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. Sorry, move back a little bit as well because we're going into a crow. And go all the way down, knees out, into golden pose. Once you're down, I'm a little bit bent over at first. Once you're down, you can start to stretch out your back. Drop your tailbone down. Oh, everything is sore. And hold, so I can't not go straight to down. I'm in too much pain. And then hands down. Bring your feet in a little bit. Keep down in that squat. And you're going to press the knees against the arms. The hands forward, palms down. Don't fall on your face. You're going to push your knees against your arms. Lift up your bum. And you don't have to lift up the feet. You can just stay there. You can turn the feet over. You can lift up one. If you want, or the other one. I can't. I'm too heavy. Luke is doing it perfectly. And bring it back to the floor. Roll it up to the top. Shrug your shoulders back. Just walk forward a little bit again. Hands into your hips. And we're going to go into a warrior three. So you're going to lift up the left leg, the same leg that we've been moving. So lift up the same leg. So that's left leg up. With your arms, you can do whatever you want to hold your balance. You can start to send that leg back, straighten it out, hold your balance, and go into a warrior three. The standing leg can be bent, it doesn't matter. Your hands can be wherever you want it. I'm just seeing lower body dysfunction if I look down at my ankles and my knee. I can tell I need some work there. Now step it back into a warrior two. Open up into warrior two. So step that back leg back, bend that front knee in. I'm looking away now.
Oops.
Hold that warrior two. I didn't think about that. Louis looking at you. Warrior two. Slide back into dancing warrior. And wiggle your arms all the way down to the floor. Step it back to downward dog. Forwards to plank. We're going to do that knee drop for 8. So fake knee drop for 1. Push it back. 2. Push it back. 3. Push it back. 4. Push it back. 5. Push it back. 6. Back. 7. Back. 8. And back to downward dog. Knees down, and just quickly rest your wrists before we do the other side. So that's the sequence. It's nice. So the next one, the garland pose is going to be with legs next to each other. I'm just going to do both in the sequence and then alternate that. Mom, are you there? Mom, are you watching? Say yes. Send a message. Message in a bottle. Please, mummy. Okay, are you ready? So we're going to the other side. Onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Find the dog. Nice and comfortable, I say. Okay, lift up your right leg. Open up. Drop that foot, open up the knee, keep the chest down, and just hold that stretch. Some people grab their foot with their hand, but I think I'm not going to do that. That would be horrible. A horrible fall. Okay, we're going to slide it back. Bring that knee through to the opposite elbow. Put the back foot down. Go into that side plank. Straighten out the leg. Bring it back in. Back to plank. Back to downward dog. Lift up the same leg, so right leg up. Tuck it into your chest. Bring it to the front of the mat. Lift up into high lunge. Hold high lunge. Just make sure everything is okay and comfortable. We're going to bring our hands into our hips. Tuck the tailbone in. We're going to drop that back knee. Not to the floor, just hover. Tuck that tailbone up. And take it back. And drop that knee. And feel that stretch. And take it back. Lift up your arms. And we're going to fall all the way down to the floor. Step it in to the front of the mat. Knees bend. And this time, roll it up to the top. You can step back a little bit. So we're going to have the feet together. And we're going to open up the knees again. I'll do it from the front, so that you can see what I mean. So we're going to go all the way down. And then you can hold on to the floor. Turn your feet out, heels touching, knees open. And just hold that. You can open up your knees with your hands. And just hold. That is fun. Now we're going to take our arms down. We're going to push our hands back behind us. And keep our knees open for that stretch. Bring it back. Turn your feet forward and roll it up all the way to the top. So the crow, oh, I've got heart palpitations, I'm going to faint. So the crow, we're going down all the way to the bottom, hands on the mat, push your legs, again, I'm not going to do this now, but we will, so just keep an eye on it. Push your arms, your legs against your arms, and then lean forward, bend your arms. You don't have to lift up your feet, lift up your bum. And hold that. And back to the middle. Roll it up. Take a nice deep breath in. I forgot what we did. Are we stepping back? Oh no! So yeah, we're doing Warrior 3. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm going to faint, so I forgot everything. Okay. You can do with your arms whatever you want. Squeeze your bum, navel to spine. Now step that leg back into a Warrior 2 position. Keep the front knee bent and windmill yourself up into Warrior 2. And hold. Now we're going to slide it back into a Dancing Warrior. Nice big stretch. And windmill the arms all the way over to the front of the mat. Step back to Downward Dog. forwards to plank, and we're doing 8 heel drops. So 1, push it back. 2, push it back. 3, push it back. 4, push it back. 5, back. 6, back. 7, and 8, push it back. Knees down. Child's pose. Enjoy. Also back and stretch your quads. It's up to you. I always have to stretch my quads. Yeah, I forget to go. It's just way down.
Oh, really? Oh. It's interesting.
I think I miss a beat.
Oh.
So I know what happened because I've got a smartwatch. My heart rate dropped way down. I think I missed the beat. That's why I felt faint. So at the moment, according to this, I'm very fit. But I think I've actually skipped a few beats. It's not picked up yet, but I'm feeling better. But I think it was way. I'm going to check afterwards. That's why I got the watch, because I get these heart palpitations. I thought it was palpitations, but it's not. I see. And back to the top. Onto your hands and knees. Push into a cat stretch, and then push it down to downward dog. And we're just going to slide into child, sorry. We're going to slide into Sphinx pose, whichever way you can get there. And then when you're down, that same shoulder stroke we've been doing, you're just going to shoulder stroke the shoulders back, lift up the chest. And hold that, then shrug it forward. And lift it up again. And shrug it forward. I want you to bring up your legs and just kick them from side to side. Okay, we're good to go. And back to the middle, feet down, lift up into your Sphinx again. And then while you're up, let go, put your hands next to your sides, shrug the shoulders back and down, and push back to child's pose. Nice little stretch for the back. And we're going to do the flow again. Fingers crossed. Don't want to faint. Okay, my heart rate's normal. Let's go. It's like having an indicator. It's so nice. I love it. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. So we're going left leg again. Lift up the left leg. Open up that hip, drop the foot, stretch out. If you squeeze that foot to the opposite bum, you can squeeze the glute as well. Chest down. I just lifted mine. Now bring that knee to the opposite elbow. Put the back foot down and go into your side plank. Straighten out the leg. Bring it back. Step it back to, three-legged downward dog. Almost fell. Tuck that leg into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat. Lift up into high lunge. Hands into your hips. We're going to drop that back knee down and hold. Tuck in that tailbone, so I don't want a back arch. Nicely tucked in, straighten out. And again, nicely tucked in. Tailbone tucked in, straighten out. Sweep your arms up, shoulders back and down. And all the way down to the floor, step it into the front of the mat. Bend legs. You can heel toe your feet to the side of the mat. Turn them out a little bit. And we're going to roll up. And then when we're up, we're going to just step back so if you can go into crow. We're going to take a nice deep breath in and roll it down. Hands against your knees, tailbone dropping back straight. This is much easier the second time.
Is it?
And just hold that position. Hands down. You can bring the knees in a little bit. Let it press against your arms and lift up into your crow. Bend your arms. And back to the middle. Step your feet in or just roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug your shoulders back. So same leg lifts up. Lift up So it's the right left leg, isn't it? Lift up the left leg and then step it back. Once step it back, go back into your warrior three. Find your balance. Navel to spine. And step it back into a warrior two and windmill your arms up. Knee out, hold warrior two. And we're going to slide back into dancing warrior. And windmill the arms all the way over to the front of the mat. Step it back to downward dog. Forwards to plank and 8 heel drops. So 1, step it back, 2, back, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Knees down, child's pose. Shake out your wrist before we do the other side. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Just fasten the hair up. Okay, it feels like I've got a facelift now. Okay, are you ready? Onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes under downward dog. And we're going the other leg now, and then we're done. Lift up the right leg, open up the hip, drop the foot, keep the chest down, squeeze the bum. Just hold that. And bring that knee through to the opposite elbow, put the back foot down, lift up, and we're going to straighten out that leg, bring it back, step it back to plank, back to downward dog, same leg in the air, tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat, and lift up into high lunge. Hands into your hips, and we're dropping that back leg, tucking in the tailbone, and straighten out. Again, tuck it in, tuck that tailbone way in, let that stretch, and straighten out. Sweep the arms up, shoulders back and down, and to the front of the mat. Put the legs together, roll it up, right the shoulders back. You can step back again a little bit. So we're going down on our heels. You can hold onto the floor, turn the feet out, turn the knees out, find the connection, and then lift up into, again, I think it's garland pose. And hold that. Squeeze your bum. And then we're going to take the hands down and we're going to walk it back underneath our legs and hold that. Squeeze the bum while you're there. And bring it back to the middle. Bring the legs forward. And we're going to stay down to do crow. So hands down again, knees against the arms, lift up the bum. And you don't have to lift up the feet. This is good enough. Turn the feet around if you are going to lift it up. And push it back. Roll it all the way up to the top. Walk forward a little bit. So we're going to lift up the right leg and go into our warrior three. So push it back. Find your warrior three. Oh. Or not. Step back, the back leg, bend the front in, open up into a warrior two, slide back into dancing warrior.
And windmill your arms all the way to the front of the mat. Step it back to downward dog. Forwards to plank. Push away from the shoulders. 8 knee drops. 1. Push it back. 3, 2. Push it back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Downward dog. Woo! Drop your heels. Walk it out.
Have to reset.
Don't worry, we're coming down. Knees to the floor. Child's pose or quad stretch in my case.
Good. You
Okay,
can finish off. I'll have to go.
That's fine.
you can sit on your boom booms. Today, we're going to stretch out our, we're going to C-curve our back and stretch out our inner thighs a little bit. Maybe if you have time, you can do this.
I can't. Sorry.
Okay. Sit up nice and high, one leg up, one leg in. Nice and high in your seat bones. Take your hand towards the leg side out. Use it to prompt your shoulders up. Try not to dip your shoulder forward. And you're going to slide down that leg. I use this arm to push me up. And then take the opposite hand over and stretch. And just hold position. So shoulders are straight, not driving forward. In line, parallel. Is parallel the right word? I don't know. And just hold that. You can straighten out the arm. Try not to reach for your foot. Reach for the end of the room, top end of the room. And bring it back. All the way to the top. Now we're going to ride it forward. And you should feel this stretch in your inner thigh. If you don't feel it, move around because sometimes it helps to just sway around until you feel that stretch. So walk it forward, stretch out. You should feel it running down there and hold that stretch. I should probably go to the doctor about that whole thing, now that I think about it. And roll it back up, all the way to the top. Okay, bring your one leg in, your other one out. Sit up nice and high. Again, you're using the inside arm. You can slide down, prompt yourself up. Take that top arm over in a straight line and hold. Navel to spine to protect your back. And lift it up all the way to the top. Go forward again. Stretch out that inner thigh. Again, move around if you don't feel it. You can walk a little bit towards the middle to help if you don't feel it. And growl. Hello, growl with your foot. Hello. Hello. Hello, Corey. And roll it up all the way to the top. Bring your leg in, help it in, cross your legs over, shrug your shoulders. Are you okay? Shrug your shoulders back, shrug it back again, take a nice deep breath in, and you are done for today. I will see you next Monday. Have a lovely weekend and enjoy your Friday. I'm cleaning the house. Woo-hoo. Exciting stuff. Enjoy also the fact that it's not as hot, although I'm quite depressed about it, but I know the rest of the UK are quite glad that the heat's down. I love the heat. Bye, Tanya. Bye, Julia. Bye. See you tomorrow. Not tomorrow. See you on Monday. Bye.